Alright. Let's try this again. Down to 3, as usual. Okay, it sounds right. Oh, goody. Oh, okay. Let's try this again. Let's give it another whirl. Let's go again and try not to mess this up. Like Streamlabs, please just work. Stop being cringe. I just want to paint, man. Why are you testing my patience? And where's my... Oh, my cup's not in the room either. I'm being rage baited by the universe as we speak. God, why? Why do you test my patience? I will be back. Alright. I'm back with drink. And oh please, universe, please stop testing my patience. I have very little to give at the moment. Curses. Let's get to it. Let's get the camera all positioned because it had moved. The camera. Stay where I want you to be. You dare test my patience, camera. Just there. Hello. The universe is testing my patience right now. Sorry. It's taking a second. There we go. Okay. We're good. To anyone watching, we're painting miniatures. Wow. This is the... what? Third? Or wait, no. What stream number am I on? Like, this is like the fifth? Fourth or fifth? I don't know. I forgot. I'm tired. I honestly do not have the patience at this point to give a damn. Alright. Time to paint the belt. Yeah. That should be what I'm doing today. Belt. Where is my chosen paintbrush? Oh yeah. I need to turn the music back on. There we go. And to anyone watching, if there's anything going on with the stream, please tell me so I can fix it. Because I've been having a ton of issues with Streamlabs. So, any issues are happening, I probably don't know they're happening, so please inform me. There we go. Onto the pallet you go. Hello, Simply. How are you? I hope you're doing great. Better than me. Alright, let's get to it. Painting time. Anyone watching, feel free to ask questions. Here I'm typing the chat. Would love to answer your inquiries. Out of the way. Properly paint. Color will I paint knife piece? I'm gonna paint the stuff around it first. I started streaming a little later than I anticipated, but it's because the universe is trying to test my patience and rage bait me, so it took me a bit to get on. So yeah, that is the explanation for my tardiness. I was gonna get on like a whole 40 minutes ago, but the world had other ideas. And as usual, the universe has an obligation to test me and truly anger me in every way, shape, and form. But hey, we're starting up again, so that's all that matters. I cannot miss another day of streaming. I must stream every day. This paint must be one of my oldest ones. Why it's not the best of quality. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the darker leather on the belt. I'm gonna use the lighter brown for the sheath of the dagger. Okay. Now I'm going to paint the other areas. This color. Hello, Blue Spirit. How are you today? I am currently painting Warhammer minis. The thing. I'm not sure about everyone else, because not many people have chatted, but I'm doing okay. Could be doing better though. Yeah, I'm just trying to focus on getting all the big details on this model here done. Because I want to be done this model. I want to move to another model. But this is my centerpiece, so I need to Take my time with it. Make it look fabulous. So you choose a color for the cord. What do I want to do for it? Consultant, a bag of colors. Indeed, you too. Hello, Brian. How are you? Let me look up a reference image real quick. If they have the cord, it has. You know what? I think I'll make the cord black. Yeah, I think that'll be our go-to. Yeah. Right. We need black. Is this black still wet? It is! Okay, good. Just yapping to anyone who responds. What, me? Well, yeah, it's called interacting with the chat. Unless you're talking about yourself. I don't know. Yeah, it's called stream interaction. It's a very good thing to do. Keeps people engaged. So you build positive viewership. Okay, I'm just making sure. Because the sentence didn't have very much context, so it could have meant many things. So just saying. Right. Do I just want to make it a different set of red? Let me make it gold. Should I make those feathers gold? What should I do? Should I make them orange? Questions. This thing. If it would focus. Just trying to choose what colors I want to paint certain parts as. I use like a gold. I could come up with a lore reason. I got them from feathers from a golden bird. Yeah, odd to my original idea of calling them the golden falcons. Was it the golden eagles? Yeah. Yes, this is Warhammer. Wow. Here's some of my other ones. This is my most recent finished one here. My apothecary. Yeah, I'll do a gold. Good. I love to have viewers that like Warhammer. You always are the better viewers in my opinion. So I don't have to explain what the Horus Heresy is. Yeah, I did that last stream. I was explaining it for a good 30 minutes. Ugh. Yeah, during my time of knowing what Warhammer is, I've had to explain the Horus Heresy like 30 some odd times. I hate it. Because there's this guy, and then there's this guy, and then there's that guy, and then there's this guy, and then yeah. Ugh. I love Warhammer, but it can be so confusing sometimes. Let me do some touch-ups. That's brassy brass. I need gold. That's bronze. There we go. Glorious gold. Making the paint. We must make sure it's properly mixed. Got it. I love these paint droppers, dude. Whenever I need to get, whenever I'm able to, I'm gonna replace for my basic color paints, not my metallics, because I already have a whole slew of metallics from Vallejo. I need to, whenever I need to get more basic colors, I'm gonna replace these Liquitex ones with some droppers, because these droppers are so nice. I can just drop a little bit of paint on my palette instead of having to work with a tube and squeeze it out. Plus the paints will be a lot thinner if they're like an actual proper model paint, so it'll be way easier to paint with them. I'll be able to eat my cake. I'll be able to have my cake and eat it too. Once over with this, so it gets into the crevices. So this gold's just a little bit more orangey than the other, so doesn't look like it's the same gold. Paint over this. I need to, I must paint the head. I think I need to just commit to painting the head. Let's get this on a stick. Paint it easier. steps. Should I go to sleep or should I go get... Should I finish my steps? Should I go to sleep or should I go drink water? Go drink some water. Water very important. Go drink water. I'm definitely gonna need more of this glorious gold. More shaking. Should I proper mixing of all the metal flakes? Just slather the head with gold. And I'll paint on the black details afterwards. Let's get going on that base coat. You know what? I'm gonna make it so it zooms in. Can I zoom in? Yes. Or, oh wait, I could just expand. So I can make it easier for people to see what in the world I am doing. Expand. Now let that dry. Do some touch-ups in here. My crimson. There we go. Yeah, add more ugla to my web pad. It is not wet enough. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, fun. What army do you play? Or do you just, are you into the lore? Because if so, that's how I got into Warhammer, was the lore. That's how I got into it. I never really dabbled in the tabletop aspect until very recently. Ooh, Necrons. I actually think the Necrons are pretty neat. I'm a Space Marines fan, as you can see. That's literally all I paint. Jim Bob Stephen McMean, my second model and my favorite. Yes. I say painting's pretty fun until you paint a model like this, where it's hyper detailed. I hate myself for making my life so hard, cause I made this guy, and he's 3D printed, and I added so many details to him, and I just made my life way harder than it needed to be. Also, my faction's a custom faction, or a legion. I have a custom legion, called the Gilded Suns. They're Space Marines who wear golden armor, and all of them are descendant from many different chapters. Like here's one of them, which is my apothecary in Terminator armor, who's a proxy for a apothecary biologist, who is a salamander, given the green pauldron on the right. This one here is going to be a Black Templar, or at least in origin. He's mostly going to have a lot of aspects from my custom legion. The red cloth though is very Black Templar-esque. Here's an Intercircle companion that will be proxying as my Judiciar. Also, this one is a Black Templar, as on the shoulder pad. And here is this character, but not in Terminator armor, but in Gravis. And as you can see on the, what is it? Yeah, the right pauldron, it has a cross on it, right there for the Black Templars. Oh, I forgot. On this arm, it has a cross. I forgot. Yeah. And as you can see, the cape, the shoulder cape, is present on both models. So yeah, Yeah, personally, I like the Necrons because they have a lot of cool stuff. They also got Trace in the Infinite. Trace in the Infinite, he's funny. He steals stuff. So, I think that's really funny. If he wants something, he takes it. Also, he has an uncorrupted clone of Fulgrim in his vault. Do you paint your Necrons the basic Necron colors, or do you like the dark silver and green, or do you do a different color, or will you do a different color if you haven't painted them yet? Touch up. I want to do black and blue. Ooh, yeah, I've seen like black and blue Necrons before. I think it looks really nice, personally. So yeah, that I say that's a really good pick. I think I'm gonna do his little thingamabob, his little cross, or his little ornament up here. I think I'm gonna need my, is it my not hammered copper, or is it? Yeah, I think it's hammered copper. Yeah, it's hammered copper. Do you have any paint brands in mind? If you're wondering what I use a mix of Vallejo for my metallics, and for my base colors I use Liquitex. I use the Liquitex paints because that's what I have access to. I only got the Vallejo ones because I needed metallics, and I'm probably gonna get some model paints, some proper model paints, because one, they're meant for model painting, so they're a lot thinner and they paint better, and two, I like the droppers. It's actually pretty nice to have. I don't really have model specific paints. What paints do you have? Is it acrylics? Do you know I think I need some? What type of paints do you have on hand? Is the question. Do you have like acrylics? It's like you want to use acrylic paints. You don't even need to do anything expensive. Like I'm not sure what kind of paints I have. Well, for my blacks, I don't even use an expensive paint. This is like your basic craft paint. It's just acrylic paint. Well, if you look on the paints you have, you want it to be an acrylic paint. You want it to be acrylic. For better yet, there's people who have painted Space Marines or just painted models with apple barrel paints, like craft paint. Just make sure it says on the bottle acrylic, and you should be fine. You might have to improvise when it comes to metallics if you're gonna do that. What I did actually, because this model was painted. Is he okay? Okay, he's okay. So this model was painted over two. This guy took a while because I procrastinated a lot. He has two separate metallic paints on him. The paint on his shoulders, the metallics on here, the gold here, is a different gold from this. The gold I used here was, it was a little jank how I did it. How I did it is I took a can of gold spray paint, right? A can of gold spray paint, and I sprayed it onto a plate, right? And I painted it onto the model for my metallics, because basically my entire models for my Legion are metallics, are gold. and it was the solution I could come up with at the time, but it worked. But I probably will repaint it because the gold I use is a different shade from this. So yeah, I'll probably repaint my apothecary. But yeah, like, just when it comes to paints, it can be any brand of acrylics, honestly. It just should be an acrylic paint or oil paints. I think I've seen that people also use oil paints, but not as much. Mainly acrylics. People might mainly use oil paints for like washes. So yeah, just see what paints you have, really. Hopefully you have acrylic paints. Apple Barrel is a common acrylic paint. It's a craft paint, so it's common. It's pretty common. If I'm correct, Delta Creative is owned by the same company that makes Apple Barrel paint. So overall, it doesn't really matter what paints you have. It's just how good of a painter you are, is really it. If you want to get good paints, I recommend like Vallejo. Vallejo's a good one. Citadel paints are good, but they're on the little they're like the ones from Games Workshop are a bit pricey. I say getting Vallejo's cheaper. What was the other brand I was thinking of? There's two brands that are very popular. Oh, there's also the Army Painter. So yeah, there's Army Painter, Vallejo, and Citadel. So Citadel, Vallejo, Army Painter. All are really good brands. So yeah. I just want to become a good painter, and if the paint brands don't matter a ton, then I'll see what I have. Yeah, just make sure it's an acrylic. Acrylics will work. That's it. Acrylics will do just fine. Just take your time. Just take your time. Watch tutorials. If it doesn't come out good the first time, guess what? Paint can't hurt a mini. Your mini can't be hurt by paint. So you can just try again. Like, just leave it sitting in a container of isopropyl alcohol. It'll strip off the paint, and you can try again. Make sure you use primer. Like, you prime your minis. It does not matter what primer you use. I use gray primer. So I say for you should probably use black primer, because you're doing black and blue. So it'd be good to do a black primer coat if you have primer. Automotive primer can work. Like, if you have automotive primer sitting around the house, or just any primer, just spray on primer. And if you don't have it, it'll be at basically every store. It'll be at you could get it at Walmart. The primer will allow your paint to stick to the mini, so it'll make painting way easier. It'll make your paint look smoother. Just make sure not to overspray. Make sure to put on thin coats of primer slowly. Just don't rush it. The longer you take when priming it, the better the mini's gonna look. So yeah. And with the blue, it's gonna take a bit to show through on the black, because you're doing a black and blue Necron. So it's gonna take a bit to show through, so you're gonna have to paint on a few coats. But yeah. Also, maybe learn about making a wet palette. There's lots of videos on making wet palettes. Mine is basically just a wet paper towel with some wet parchment paper on top of a paper plate. There's tons of videos. There's one from Eons of Battle. I watch them a lot. And they talk about They did a video on wet palettes, so watch that for wet palettes. So yeah, make sure you get unwaxed parchment paper, because if it's waxed, the water won't soak into the parchment paper. Yes, Eons of Battle is based, very based. Yeah, he has white and orange Necrons, if I'm correct, which I think is really cool, very unique. And then there's Nick with his blue orcs. Let's see. What part do I want to do next? I think. But yeah, I'm gonna continue working on the head. Yeah, I'm gonna paint the little thing on the top of his head. Yep. So yeah, just take your time. You won't paint good on your first model. This was my first model. Right here. The Dark Angel. It looks absolutely atrocious. In my opinion, at least. But my second model, Jim Bob Stephen McMean, looks miles better. Because I took my time, I learned from my mistakes on my first model, and I improved. And I threw in the little head right there for a what was it again? Emperor's Children. So yeah, Emperor's Children head, because they're cringe and I don't like them. And they're weird. I finish my Necrons, I kind of want to start Admech as an army. Ooh, the Butty Boys. I don't know much about the Admech when it comes to their models. I know they got the, what are they called, the Scutari? I know they got some cool stuff though. Personally, one of the armies I want to make after like I properly have like a decent sized Space Marine army is Knights. I like Knights. I think they're cool. The big Knights. I want to start a Knight army. Because they're big, flashy, and you don't have to make a lot of them. Plus, out of all armies in Warhammer, they are actually the cheapest to start. Fun fact. Indeed, yeah. People think the knights, because of how big they are, they're gonna be very expensive. But out of all factions to start off with, they're one of the cheapest, with the most returns. It's less models. It's less more expensive models. But in the long run, it'll be cheaper. Plus, you don't have to worry about managing a ton of models. So you like big armies. I agree. Big armies look cool. Solution. More points count. What I want to do, I want to make a Titan. First, I want to make a Warhound Titan. And then I want to make a Warlord. The first army is Chaos Knights, 9 War Dogs, and 2 Titanic Knights. Ooh. That sounds really cool. Got all for 600-ish. Nice. That sounds good. All right. Yeah, how many points is that? I don't know much about the points count of certain things. Yeah, right now I want to go for oh, okay, so that's really good. $600 for 200 points? That's really good. Yeah, no, genuinely, that's really good. Yikes. Knights in making. Yeah, I want to make like 1,000-point Space Marine army. And by make, I make these. I 3D print them because buying the real ones is too expensive. So I get around it by making my own. That's how I'm like talking about making like Titans, because I have files to make a Warhound and a Warlord Titan. And I am not spending $2,000 for a Warlord. Ooh, Magnet Kits. I got the army box too, so I'm hyped because I get the codex, the data cards for Chaos Knights. Blows me away. My first army's almost done. Nice. Yeah, they are completely like the Warlord Titan. Like the Warhound can be used in a 2,000 point army. It's 1,100 points. It is not the best. It is not very wieldy, but you can work around it. But a Warlord Titan is like 3,600 points, if I'm correct. So you can't even field it in like an Apocalypse game, which is like what, 3,000 points? So yeah, you're gonna have to do like a custom game, and the Warlords aren't even that good. They can be beaten by a 3,000 point army. Have like 600 points of Necrons. What? You gotta start somewhere. You haven't even started painting yet. Dude, I don't even have that many points of stuff. Dude, I got a Cataphractii Terminator here. I got a Cataphractii Terminator Apothecary right here. A Blade Guard Veteran. Technically, whatever. I'm probably never gonna field this though. And then a Captain in Terminator armor. I don't got much on my table. Plus, I got a Intercircle Companion posing as a Dujisher, and a Captain in Gravis armor with a Mastercrafted Bolter and Power Sword. And my whole start was me playing my friend's army. Yeah, that's where you should start. Me, because I'm making my own models, I could care less, because I would just want the models, mainly. And I want to try the game. I'm going to try Kill Team first. I'm setting up like a my team I'm making up two squads, two Kill Team squads, one for me and one for my friend. so we both can play it. Will my kill team squad be legal? No, because curse the rules. I don't like them because they don't have a Stern Guard squad as an official squad in kill team. Why? I don't know. Because I like combi weapons. So yeah, I have two squads of Stern Guard, and mine's gonna have a captain with a power. I think it's I think what I'm gonna do for my leader model is gonna be a think brain. Probably like a Blade Guard, probably like a Blade Guard veteran captain, because I'm into like the knight stuff, so that'll be my captain for that. And then I'm going to oh, thank you, Joseph, for subbing. I appreciate it. So back to what I was saying. I'm probably gonna do a Blade Guard veteran captain, and then I'm gonna have an eliminator, a single eliminator. And then the rest are gonna be, there's gonna be 4 Stern Guard out of all of those. And then I'm gonna make a separate kill team that's legal of Sword Brethren. I'm not sure if there is a Sword Brethren kill team. If not, I can just run them as assault intercessors. So yeah. That is my plan of what I'm doing. So I'm going to first try kill team, and then I'm going to build up to like probably 500 points. Or yeah, probably like 500 points. Probably, I think I'm going to try a game of actual Warhammer at like 200 points. Or not 200 points. I need to calculate this. Yeah, I'm gonna see how big is average. Okay, so I'll probably do around 500 points because that's the size of a like a combat patrol box. So it'd be a good place to work at, to stick at. You could do skirmishes. I think the combat patrols are based on roughly being able to fight other combat patrols. Yeah, I'll probably like build up enough models because I make all my models, so I can just make whichever models I want. So I won't have to buy a combat patrol. I'm thinking of actually buying a box of Sword Brethren so I could play kill team with real models. And just have real models. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 500 points of Space Marines, because that's around the size of a combat patrol. So I think that's what I'm going to work with. Let's see. Which is based roughly 50. Okay. I played with my cousin, and he had the Leviathan box, so I played Tyranids, and he played Space Marines. Yeah, the Leviathan box is pretty cool. I don't like how it's push fit. That's my main issue. But, hey, I like the Ultimate Starter Kit in Leviathan, because you have 2 armies. So you can play with multiple people. You can play with another person and just have that box. I think that's really cool. So you can split the box with someone else. Or have just extra models for someone else who wants to play. I think that's really cool. So yeah. Alright, let's try to paint these eyes. first base coating, or not base coating, but I'm first lining the eyes with gray. So my red sticks out from the gold instead of it just being a shiny red. So it can go on with less coats and just do better. If you do AdMech be worn, they are one of the more expensive armies, low cost in points and expensive boxes. Yeah, a lot of those like low points cost armies get really expensive pretty fast. Examples would be like orcs and Astra Militarum are pretty expensive. The tanks are absurdly expensive. Not that they aren't worth it, just yeah. Plus, GW doesn't pump a lot of money into AdMech, so it's not gonna be as cost effective because Space Marines are as cheap as they are because GW is always making Space Marine models. 5,000 points of Astra Militarum, jeez. Yikes. His wallet hates him. His wallet has a vendetta against him. Let's see. Yeah, I was probably gonna like sprinkle in AdMech, not buy them all at the same time. Yeah, never buy a ton of models at the same time. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Yeah, just slowly working to the models. Wait, for the Necrons, did you like buy a combat patrol? Is that how you have like 600, or did you buy separate models? Me, I make my models, but I use little nippers. Yeah, these are what you are some of your best ones to get. Doesn't really matter what brand. Preferably you want to get the ones, I don't have those. But there's ones that are a single edge, like only one has an edge and the other's flat. So it, like, I think they're called like God Hands or something. They could be a bit pricey though, but oh no! But they're worth it. My head went flying. I bought the Army Painter model kit. It came with sprue cutters, glue and stuff. Yeah, me for goo, if I can find it, I use Gorilla Glue gel. Because it makes the model pieces stick and stay in place. So it's a lot easier to put it together. So yeah, you just need sprue cutters, little nippers. Yeah. You don't need to get like super expensive ones. And stuff. You should be fine. Just getting some just generic ones. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to start working on painting the chain. One thing I will say is if you build large models like knights, you need a lot of glue. Yes. personally, I want to have at least one knight in my or wait, can you mix in knights into a Space Marine army or no? Okay, good. Considered allied attachment. Okay, good. Because I think I want to have at least like one knight in my army. And eventually a warhound. Because that's one I can actually play on the tabletop, and that's the first Titan I want to make. And I got a file for it, so I'm gonna make it. But not right now though. Combat Patrol I build didn't require glue, but I don't know if it's normal. Oh, those are push fits. A lot of Combat Patrols are push fit models, so you don't need glue. But it's preferred, so your models are gonna stay together. I don't know much, to be honest. I'm actually new to Warhammer. Only done it for a few months now. Oh my god, and you've already done all that stuff you said? Yikes. The Warhammer pipeline has grabbed you. It's like, bye, bye, bye. Yeah, I've been into Warhammer, specifically the lore, for a while now. I only, like, have started making the models and stuff since Christmas. When I got my 3D printer. Ah, nice. Been interested in like 6 years, but only started with models lately. I'm only a week old into the hobby. Oh no. Yeah, I say don't let the painting discourage you. You can always try again. Just learn find out how you can strip all the paint away if you want to redo it. Like me, I'm probably gonna repaint my apothecary. I'm probably gonna repaint him. And that's fine. I just had a different gold paint at the time, and it just doesn't match the gold paint I'm using now. It's fine. I can redo it, because paint can't hurt a model. Always try again. Patrol is the best start. Best start. So yeah, Combat Patrols also have a lot of good value because you can save a lot of money when buying Combat Patrols instead of the individual models. That's one of the good things about Combat Patrols. If I'm correct, out of all the Combat Patrols, if I'm correct, the Drakari have the best discount. They have like a 65% discount total when it comes to all the models added up, which is crazy. But they're all old models, so good luck getting a lot for them. It makes sense why they're selling it for that cheap, because it's old molds and stuff. So yeah, I got the new Salamanders Combat Patrol and Vulcan, so I can start that army, but that's gonna take a few months. Plus I'm making them Dark Krakens, the successor chapter. Ooh, yeah. The huge ship too, which is actually strong. They have two. They have a troop carrier and like an anti-armor, like, because they have those like skiffs, and one's a transport and one's like an anti-tank one. Correct, something like that. Whoops. Get that part of that. It's really good cost-wise. Box. Yeah, it has it. I watched a tier list on all the combat patrols today, and the one with the best bang for buck is the Drakari one. Personally, I won't be playing Drakari though, so I could, yeah. What they could do is make Black Templars cheap. It's a battle? No, that it was from someone else. Let me see. Where is it? History. Or was it on my? Oh, it's probably on my other account. Wait, switch accounts. There we go. And where is it? Braid Nation. It was by Braid Nation. It was this one. Yeah, I'm gonna post it in chat. If you want it, it's this one. Yeah, that's my other account. If you're wondering. Black Templars are so sick. I love the swords, agreed. And melee style, but I'm not too into the armor. Maybe if they had a successor chapter. Yes, Dark Krakens are black, but they also have purple. Yeah, the Black Templars, it's just a sea of black a lot of the time. Did it not pop up? Yeah, no, I guess it just didn't. Okay. Hopefully if I post it. There we go. There. That's the tier list I watched on all the combat patrols. Yeah, me, I'm a big sword guy. I like swords. Like, look at this. It's just Guts Dragon Slayer, but a chain sword. Or let's see. We got a power sword here. Got a sheath power sword there. I'm trying to get a file for the what's it called? The Sword of Judgment. Yeah, it's a Black Templar relic. I think it's really cool, personally. But for the life of me, I have been unable to find a file for it. Maybe still work? We're done slap chop painting. Yes, this guy was slap chopped. This guy was slap chopped. On all my gold models, there's no real point in slap chopping because it'll never show up on the model. I'm trying to think, what should I paint? I need my teeny tiny brush. My assortment of brushes. So many paint videos. It's really nice and detailed ones make me think I can actually paint as long as I follow it like a tutorial. Yeah, I wish. I wish it were so easy. Need more black on the palette. Uh-oh. Where did my... How dare you, camera? Just to make a... Ooh, like a xenomorph themed Tyranid army would seem pretty cool. Yeah, honestly, that actually would sound really cool. Genuinely, that would sound absolutely dope. My God, come on. Why do you keep being problematic? Flip. Stay on, please. It should be dry enough so I can paint the eyes. The accursed eyes. 2,000 plus army of custodians. $240, and the guy found 2 extra Veritas Praetors, so I can make a captain. Nice. Yeah, dude, you're just like I say you're like straight up loaded. Given that you're able to just drop all of that money. Like, dude, was it like rain diamonds where you live? Like, fair point. You should treat yourself. Treat yourself with the plastic crack. 120 hours and I got a lot of it. Yikes. Hey, spend that overtime. You deserve it. You deserve it, King. $13. My birthday's coming up, so I can say fuck it and fuck it. I want to buy some armies. Ah, yes. The grand excuse of why I bought another Warhammer army. I will never financially recover. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, when I have some spare cash, I probably am going to drop some money on some Sword Brethren and maybe like a box of Intercessors, just so I can have a like just build up my army a little faster. Cause make 3D printing them myself, it's a bit slow. And also it's tedious putting them together and trying to make parts work. Like I've had to like go to like higher levels of like Warhammer building, like straight to kit bashing, because that's the only way I'm able to properly have my models look good is kit bashing. Like the model I'm painting is kit bashed to all hell. It is. My only kit bashing was because I dropped my war dog. Oh man, yeah. The tabard wasn't there. The cape wasn't there. This torch definitely wasn't there. This little little like chin or neck protections kit bashed on there. I got some purity seals on there. I added some extra armor to the shins. Let's see. I have like chain. I used like a chain from a necklace that was too small. Would you focus? Pick up. I can't show it, man. But yeah. Like this shoulder cape is like it's a custody shoulder cape, and I just liked it. it's like it's a pauldron with a shoulder cape, and I'm like, I like that. I want to put that on my model. And now it's the signature for my character. So having excess capes, the more aura, and the more aura, the more plot armor. The more plot armor, the less likely my character's gonna die in my lore that I made. Because that would be really sad. Alright. I need to paint these silver elements on his helmet. Let's try not to mess this up. Dot of silver there. Dot of silver there. Or plus 1,000, indeed. The extra capes, the better. Also, it's very Black Templar-y, so. Oh, hey, Glitch. Welcome back. We have made big progress. I've gotten to painting the head. See, I'm probably gonna just do some extra coats just to sharpen up the eyes. And the head be finished. Make sure you sleep for school. It's very important. I want to be able to pay attention. My stream is not as important as your education. I wish I didn't miss my Saturday stream. I was too sleepy. So I missed that stream. Because I'm trying to stream every day till I complete this model. At least that's the plan. Ooh. I did it. Letters. Would you focus? Whatever. I wrote death right here. I think, yeah, first time writing text really small. That sucked. Was the, but hey, it came out pretty good. I had to redo it a few times, paint over it, yeah. But I think it came out pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Right. Well, that shall be the end of the stream. You're done. Gonna re-wet my wet palette, or it's actually pretty wet right now, so I think I'm gonna leave it. Yeah. Right. Well, that's the end. And the activity was dying down anyway, so that's where I shall end it off. We got pretty far. We started working on some of the belt elements, some of the parchment elements. I started cleaning up some of the gold. Started painting some of the finer details. I got the words on the shield, which I am very proud of myself. It says death right there. Oh, it looks so good. Let's go. All right. Anyways, hopefully by the next 2 streams, the model will be done. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for the vents. Wish me luck on that. But yeah, we're getting there. He is on the way to being finished. Probably next 2-3 streams, maybe. Again, I'm not getting as much progress as I expected, but meh. Who cares? Slow progress is still progress, and slow progress is fine progress. Anyways, I shall be leaving now. That is another 2-hour stream. See you tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye.